Okay guys, so in this video we're going to talk about what I would do if I was a new player in Splinterlands. So if I was a new player that just started right now, or if I just started last week, this is the video for you. I'm not going to repeat the same things in when I did the video on things I wish I knew before I started playing Splinterlands, so go watch that before you watch this. This is just a short conversation about just looking at the game, because obviously when I did the first video, card prices and the game and SPSS wasn't even around, and there were still land plots at that time. So the game's completely changed, and there's many different aspects in the game. I'm not going to talk about whether or not what's better right now, whether you should be holding DEC or holding SPSS or staking SPSS or selling everything. I don't know what's going to happen, because honestly I expected that there would be a correction in card prices as people sold their cards, as new cards flooded the market. That still could happen. It's just that right now, because SPSS has risen in demand due to the fact that everyone needs staked SPSS in order to get pre-sale packs, what's happened is DEC has shot up in price because DEC is the best way to earn SPSS currently. And then because DEC's risen in price, card prices has gone up because cards are the best way to either rent for DEC or to be used to play to earn DEC. So I was wrong with my correction. I still think it could happen, but if it were to happen, it would be happening in after November 18th. So once pre-sale is done and it's post-sale, I still think people would then, maybe once cards get revealed and there's better cards than some of the beta or the oldest versions, card pricings could see a correction, as well as the fact that we're going to see 15 million packs times 5 cards. So we're going to be looking at a shit ton of cards hitting the market, which then therefore people won't need to rent for card power in order to climb up the different leagues. So we still could see a correction, but take that with a grain of salt. I don't know what's going to happen, and this is not a conversation about that. This is, if I started the game right now, what do I need to do? So the first thing you need to do is get your ass out of bronze. Bronze is a fucking hellhole right now, and the reason it's a hellhole is for two very simple reasons. The first one is, in your daily quest and in your reward season end chest, you don't earn DEC, you earn credits. And credits are shit when compared to how good DEC is. Alongside that, just by playing in a higher league, you earn more DEC. You just need to get out of bronze. So you get out of bronze and you get into silver. The other reason you don't want to be in bronze is because the odds of getting a reward card in bronze is like 30%, where in silver and above it's 50%. So get your ass into silver, you get away from credits and you get away from potions, and you get more reward cards, and it's just in general a better time. So there's two ways to get to silver, and then one, let's just say, unconventional way. So the first way to get to silver is you rent. So rent your cards and get to silver. If you rent, there's different strategies that you can use. I would recommend renting 10 days and then ignoring the last 4. So rent cards for the first 10 days of season when rental prices are, let's say, 30% of a card's value. The last 4 days of a season, card prices and renting prices shoot the fuck up and go to 300 to 400%. So when it goes to that level, it's just not worth it. Getting extra chests, like if you're on gold and you drop back down to silver, those 10 extra chests are not worth that rental price. And it's just not worth the mental headache and renters dropping prices on you. I would just say play 10 days of a season where you rent $200 USD, 200 DEC worth of cards a day, earn 500 DEC in that day from playing it, and then stop. Another strategy you can do is you rent one day, take a break the next day, and then rent another day. So you would rent on day 1, and then play from your CP of 100% all the way down to 50%, give it 48 hours to restore back to 100%, re-rent on day 3, go back down to 50%, and then, so this is your energy capture rate. Get it down to 50% on day 3, take a break for day 4, and then on day 5, when it's 100% again, play it all the way back down to 50%. Therefore, your rental rate will go down by half. Yes, you will earn less than if it was 75%, 100% to 75%, 100% to 75%, but you're paying half rental fees, which is fantastic. If you don't want to rent, the next option would be to buy. And if you buy, that's up to you. I would suggest the best way to buy would be follow my guides or follow a different YouTuber guides. I don't care if whoever you support the most or whoever you think is the most credible. I personally don't give a fuck. But I would suggest first thing to do is buy neutral cards, because neutral cards you can use with all the different decks. So buy a little bit of neutral cards, and then the goal is to get your power to 15,000, because then you're in silver 3. So to get your 15,000, what I'll do is I'm going to make a video on how I would buy 15,000 worth of power. It's not going to be the cheapest way, but it's going to be a way that I would be comfortable and the way I would do it right now, given my knowledge. So buy some neutral cards so that you can play it with all the decks. Buy yourself, you don't have to buy a chicken. Chicken's a bit expensive, but buy a Prismatic Energy, buy a Sandworm, buy a Warchang, buy an Onyx Sentinel or an Almo, and then just chill with it. Those will help you win so many games. Then if you're going to do a 2-deck strategy, Dragon is not for you, because Dragon would utilize all the decks. So Dragon's a luxury. Don't ignore Dragon for now. Plus, it's only legendaries or a shit ton of legendaries, so it's very expensive. So you got your neutral cards. Choose 2 decks. If you're going to be in bronze and silver, I wouldn't recommend death or life, because they come into play when their monsters get more abilities. So I would say choose fire, water, or earth. Choose 2 of them. So like, let's say you specialize in water and earth. Build 1 up, build 2 up. Maybe build 1 with a level 3 or level 4 summoner, and then build the earth with a level 2 summoner, for example. So you've got a main deck, and then a side deck, and then garbage decks for everything else. So that way, when you play, you basically will pray that you get your decks. That way you can win the game. Because being realistic, there's going to be a ton more people at the bottom of silver that don't have a full specialized deck. They'll just have a few good cards in everything, or a few cards in everything, but they don't have a solid deck. They won't have the level advantage that you have. So, but the main thing is that you'll be more smaller than spread out. So you'd have your neutral cards, you'd have your water, and you'd have your earth, and you build yourself your deck, and you buy that deck. Once again, I'm not going to get into the conversation of, is it worth it right now, or is it not worth it? That's up to you. If you think card prices are too expensive right now and you're going to wait for Chaos Legion, that's okay. I might even recommend that to some people. But at the same time, if you've got the money or you don't want to wait another 5 weeks for Chaos Legion to come out and you want to get into it now, then get into it now. Everyone's different. It's your choice. The other option is, if you don't rent and you don't buy, you've got to go into Discord. And when you go into Discord, I would show you, but it's very noisy and pingy, but there's a lot of different servers. For example, my guild server does delegations, where you can ask, hey guys, does anyone have some spare power? I need a delegation. Can you delegate me some cards? And a lot of nice people go, sure man, I would love to help you. That is different than going, hey, I need power, please give me cards, I'm a noob, please give me cards. Don't beg. Don't be the person that begs. Go into the respected Discord channels, go to the delegation request. Most Discord channels have them. You go into the delegation request and you just say, hey, I'm new to this game, I would love a delegation, it would help me a lot. You're not begging, and people that are generous enough to look in a delegation specific tab will know what they're doing. Don't do it in the general, don't do it in the guild chat, don't do it in the marketplace chat, do it in the right place, and you just go, hey guys, I would love a delegation. And there's some really cool people in this community, people will delegate you cards. The other way that you can get free cards is that there's a ton of giveaways. There are people that do Peak D or Splinter Talk, and there's a ton of Twitch streamers now that you watch their content and they give you free cards. I'm going to give out a shout out to two people. The first one's Stealth Trader. He does this thing in his community where you watch YouTube videos of music festivals and you basically just jam along and enjoy the music videos with him. And he pretty much gives away NFTs and Splinterlands cards because he's an amazing guy. So I'll put the link of his Discord channel in the channel below. So just you can go listen to music with him. He's a great person. Another great one is Quantum or Unitum. I don't know how you pronounce it, but I'm going to call him Quantum because that just sounds cooler, but I could be illiterate. But he basically runs the New Boost, and what the New Boost is a whole bunch of people delegate or give away cards. So they'll basically pull in a whole bunch of cards and a whole bunch of DEC, and he does like a monthly thing where he will choose some new people that he likes or welcomes to the community, and he will then do a whole bunch of giveaways, and then at the end of the giveaways all the people that he signed up to be boosted get a whole bunch of DEC and get a whole bunch of cards. So two really great programs, support them both. Yeah, my other bit of advice to say in this game, it doesn't matter if you're buying your cards or you're renting your cards or you're asking for cards for free or you're starting your deck. I can tell you and I can give you an examples of people that started with just the $10 investment and they grew it to like $100, $150. There's a few stories like that, but I can tell you something way more important. I can tell you better stories of people that invested a little bit more and grew it to a bit more. So when you start this game, I would say don't consider $10 enough. Put in this game, the more you put in, the more you get out. Yes, that's annoying, but what you do is you save yourself a lot of time. So if you start this game and you buy yourself a Silver 3 deck, you start at Silver 3. Then you work your way and you grow to Silver 2, Silver 1, or if you don't want to buy your way there, you rent your way there. But then even if rentals get cancelled, the lowest you drop is Silver 3. If you don't do that route, and you rent your whole way there, if you start this game with nothing, you're going to be earning 0.01 DEC per win. That's not enough to rent. Do you know how many games you have to play just to rent one card? Like, minimum I would say is drop $20 or even $30, where $10 is for the spellbook, and then you got 10 to 20 to rent your way into this game. I wouldn't suggest renting straight away because you should watch YouTubers and gain knowledge and learn the game, but to each their own. So I would say my last bit of advice is just $10 is not enough. You want a little bit more, and you can do so much things with it. You could even hold it to gain SPSS. You could buy a card and flip a card. Like, flipping cards is how I started this game. I used to buy cards that I would find on, I still do it to this day, but I just don't sell the cards anymore. I used to buy cards that I would get on like Monster Market and grab the discount, buy the card, and then list the card a few days later and make a little bit of profit. And then with that profit, I'd buy another card, or I would buy cards for my deck, and that's how I grew. So yeah, those are the 3 different ways to start this game if I was you, each to their own. And yeah, your main goal when you first start this game is to get to Silver 3, and in my next video I will make sure that I teach you how to get to Silver 3. Okay guys, all the best. If there's any comments or any questions, pop them in the comments or join the Discord and talk to me there. Cheers! So please like and subscribe and let me know in the comments what you want me to do next. And if you're a new player, please use the promo code and I'll happily send you the $0.5 back to you. It just lets me know that people are watching and using the promo, and I'm helping new players join the community. Also, if you find me on the Discord, just pop me a message. I'll happily delegate any of the new players some power.